And this is our salary and compensation committee meeting. We have Mr. Hansard, Ms. Jones, myself, Mr. Hargrove, and Melissa is going to be taking notes, and we have Miss Beth Yinch, I didn't forget her, is present. Ms. Westmoreland will be taking notes. And we have a short meeting planned for today, but our topic we're going to discuss is the bus attendant, the compensation for a potential bus attendant on our special needs buses as we transport students. As you know, the position has not been approved by our board, but we do need to tackle the compensation portion of that. The purpose of the position, currently, we have bus drivers that are being paid to assist our bus drivers driving the bus on some of our special needs bus. And we're trying to be good stewards of our money and create 6 positions as we stand today to serve those needs on those buses as we currently stand. And we need to remember trying to be flexible because we may have to adapt to the number of kids and the number of buses. But our purpose today is to talk about their compensation for those 6 potential bus aides. Our recommendation is, right now we have 6 positions. 2 of those positions would work more than the hours that would require, we would be required to offer benefits to 2 of the positions. So they would make what a teacher assistant or an educational assistant would make, but they would receive benefits. The other 4 positions, as we currently stand, would not receive benefits because they would not reach the threshold of the hours required, and we would pay them educational assistance pay per hour plus $1 on the hour. So we're trying to balance those 2. Are there any questions? Obviously, we'll talk about the position during Monday's board meeting. So, are there any questions?
What are we currently paying our SPED assistants?
I don't have, we have a, Ms. Yinch, with $13.84 an hour is with 0 years of experience. And every year you're looking probably at a year of experience, you're looking at a 20-cent increase. So depending on where they fall, if we hired 6 people with no experience, that they're going to make $13. The ones with the benefits would make $13.84 an hour with benefits, and the others would make $14.84 with no benefits.
Okay, so close to 15 for those. Now, are we paying our SPED assistants? I thought we were paying them $1 more than our regular assistants.
It depends on their position. It depends on what position they're in.
Okay. That's a tough job.
It is a tough job.
It's a very tough job.
It is a tough job, and requires a special personality and a special person that connects well with others. Yes, ma'am.
Charter, why are we not paying the people that's just working 4 hours an hour, 4 hours a day, the same as what we're paying them, the other people?
The others will receive benefits. The ones that cross that threshold, they'll work a longer day, and they'll cross that 30-hour threshold and receive the benefits. The ones that don't cross that threshold of the hours required, we would add $1 to their pay because it is a difficult job, as Ms. Yentz referred to.
Yeah.
So the funding's from special ed budget,
Uh,
Westmoreland?
Go ahead, Mr. Shores.
Remember that this is a position that, right now it's being held by bus drivers.
Bus drivers.
Drivers are employees with bus license, the chauffeur's license. So if you look at that same sheet that I just handed you, Mr. Hargrove, if you look at it, and a first-year bus driver with license, what is the amount on it?
8760.
8760 for 4 hours. And if you look on what I actually divided it out by 4, what did that equal up to be per hour? And I wrote it in.
But my question was,
$21.90.
I know.
where's the funding coming from?
I got you. So the difference is in that amount. Now, the funding, I'm not sure if it's coming out of the transportation or if it is actually coming out of special ed.
Special ed, though.
And the reason why I say that is because right now we're basically going to be swapping out, taking the ones that have license, because right now everybody knows, if you've watched the news any, we struggle to get bus drivers. And if we can find, instead of putting them on watching kids as a aid, we can put them behind a wheel, we're a whole lot better, and it's going to help us out. So I'm not positive, but I think that it's coming out of the transportation, and it would be taken care of out of the transportation because it's from our transportation budget. But I would need to double check, and of course, Ms. Nelson's not here. I'm sorry, I couldn't give you more exact information.
I
And Ms.
guess my
Frida, we're-
question is, the need is special ed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That is
That's why
correct.
we're doing it, it's because it's to assist special ed students.
Yes,
Okay, and that's why I was just
I understand.
Yes,
wondering
ma'am.
about where the funding was, which budget it's coming
Which
out
pot?
of, because it seems to me that it would come out of special ed.
And that would be a question probably for either Mr. Westmoreland or Ms. Nelson, and I don't know.
He's in a meeting.
So,
I sent him a message, but I haven't received a message back.
but I think it would be out of the transportation, but don't hold me to that, okay? Because we're already paying the others and we'd be swapping it out.
I think the big thing that Mr. Shorts pointed out is we need our bus drivers to drive
Right.
buses. And we're saving some money on the other end with hiring these educational assistants to assist on the bus.
I mean, it just makes sense.
Yes,
But they're
ma'am.
not
We
driving,
need those
they're
bus
just on there.
drivers.
Yes.
Right now, and the way it was set up, and this is this way for years, and I don't know who set it up, but they put, and I guess they had enough drivers, they put 2 with driver's license on the sped buses in case there was ever a situation that person couldn't drive, they just jumped in the spot. But this is not only, I mean, it's saving money, but also it's putting drivers, freeing them up. But we didn't have a position to be able to fill them with an attendant. And the reason why it's being called attendant, I don't know if you want to share that or not, Mr. Hargrove, or if you want me to. The attendant is because by doing that, they don't have to have the parapro test, which makes it a little easier on us as well. And by them not having the license, we don't have to pay them quite as much as well. Okay?
Now, 2 of them will work full-time. So how will they be utilized in the rest of that day?
We move children throughout the day and they'll be used in that capacity.
Okay.
Also,
Okay, with when you say full-time, once you reach the 6-hour mark, you've reached enough hours to be able to get the benefits. That doesn't mean you work past that.
Okay.
Because it could be, some people think of a full-time. We have part-time workers that actually work over the 6 hours. They're going to get their full benefits, but they don't work more hours. Does that make sense?
Okay,
So it's just the time we need them.
okay,
and outside of day trips, they would work in the shop and assist
okay.
with our buses in the transportation garage. So,
Okay.
I mean, we're utilizing them, but it's just past that threshold. that
So they
we
will be
honor.
paid for the 6 hours. They won't If they work 7 hours, they get paid 7
Okay.
hours. But it's based on the number of hours they work.
We're trying to hold it with just being equitable with what other people in the system that have the same, similar circumstance receive benefits.
Right.
So they're gonna be considered, what are they gonna be considered, a bus driver or special ed aide?
It'd be more of an aid, because they won't have a
Be
license.
what?
They'll be
Bus-
more of a special ed
Bus
aide.
attendant.
They're called attendants, because if we
And I-
call them an
and-
aide, they possibly would have to have the parapro test or 2 years of college. And by doing the attendant, and Mr. Westmoreland came up with this, calling them an attendant, then they don't have to have the parapro test or the 2 years of college to be able to do this position.
So they're special ed aides, and they're gonna be housed at the transportation department. They're not gonna be doing
Well,
anything else?
they're gonna be riding, they will be riding those special ed buses and, but we're not requiring them to jump through the same hoops as we would
Right.
a special ed, assistant that works in our classrooms. The paraprofessional test or the 2 years of college requirement would be waived. But their specialty would be riding buses and helping us with those children.
I believe, I talked to him, and I think that funding will be coming from transportation. since
So it's coming from general ed?
Well, wherever they pay they have an allotment, so it could be coming from this Fed transportation allotment, I'm not sure.
Do we have any idea, Mr. Hargrove, if we've got anybody inside our system that wants these jobs yet?
Not exactly sure. But I mean, we're paying a licensed bus driver to do it,
I
now.
certainly see there's a need for it, you
Right.
know. In fact, I wish there was a assistant on every bus, because I
I
don't
do
know how the
too.
bus drivers even do what they do without assistance sometimes. Another adult on the bus with them.
It's very hard
So
for
there's
them
6
to know.
positions, and 2 of them are full-time, is that correct?
We'll receive benefits that will
Okay.
work past the 30-hour
Right.
threshold.
And if they're not on a bus, riding the bus, then they'll be working out of the transportation department.
They could be riding, and sometimes we take, whether it's, we're on a field trip and our special needs students are
Right.
part of that, they could ride that bus, or they could be at the shop helping clean buses. I mean, we'll utilize them.
Are we sure that we need can we hire all 6 of them for 6 hours a day? Have we looked at that, or are we absolutely sure we don't need but 2, or?
We feel like right now with the number of children we have, that 2 would suffice. Go ahead, Mr.
Mr. Morris said that 2 of the routes will end up going over the 6-hour mark. The other routes that he's needing these attendants for is under that given amount. So we're going off of what Mr. Morris has told us that he's needing. And that's what's being done right now, but it's with people that either have license or right now we're having to fill with overtime people. Others that's in our school system that are riding the bus as an aide and getting overtime because they're working a full day in the school and then going and doing this for overtime pay, and we would be doing away with that overtime pay as well.
Who is paying the overtime pay now? What budget does that?
Way
come
I
out of?
understood, and I went ahead and sent to Ms. Milson, it would be, now what she sent to me, I asked her who's gonna be paying for it or what funding, and her answer to this was, we'll have to do a budget amendment to move it from where the overtime is being paid from now. So it would be a budget amendment that you would see at a board meeting to move it from where the overtime is being paid over to,
Yeah, but what budget is paying the overtime now? That's what I'm saying. Is it general school or special ed?
I'm pretty sure it's the transportation
Okay,
budget, which
so-
would be the general
So Mr. Morris
schools.
is good with taking all this out of his budget
in some ways, it's actually dropping
It's
the
saving.
amount.
Sounds like
Okay.
it
He's not
saved
paying,
money.
we're
It's
not
paying
paying
less.
drivers
Okay.
to do the position.
Okay,
Yeah.
so because of the salary.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just as long as he's good with that.
Yes, ma'am.
And actually,
So he has been paying this before.
this
The
has been,
transportation has been paying for the assistance for special ed, is that correct?
No, ma'am, we're paying other bus drivers.
For the same,
Yes, ma'am.
For the
to do
same-
We're paying other bus drivers more than we would pay these people we hire. And
Right.
we have less bus
Right.
drivers because they're partnered up on these buses. They're helping
Right.
us with those, special ed buses. And we need bus drivers to drive our buses
instead of,
as well.
instead
Yes,
of being in the
ma'am.
bus. with-
And we're doing it at a, smaller dollar amount.
So he was paying for them before, he's gonna be paying for them now, it'll be a little bit less.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Trucker, what I was maybe thinking about was if we can't get people to work 4 hours a day, would it be easier to get somebody work the 6 hours and not have to?
You may be right. I mean, but, for us, we were gonna,
Try it and see.
and let's see what the interest is.
Are
There
you-
may be a population that wants to work a small amount of hours.
Right.
No, when you talk about adding benefits, that's a lot of money. So if you're talking about 4 extra people with benefits, we'll end up losing money rather than gaining money at that point.
And right now, we're, the way we're configured on, with the needs on the buses, we're looking at 2 with benefits and 4 without.
Yeah.
And that may shift. That may go to 5 and 1. It may go to 3 and 3.
Right.
But we want to
Yeah.
be, physically responsible on the dollar amount and try to save our system money, but we also want to serve our children, and that means we want bus drivers driving our buses, and
Right.
Mr. Hargrove, another
Yes,
thing
sir.
for Mr. Hanser, it probably would be easier for us to find somebody to do the 6 hours and also to get the benefits. The question is, do we hire somebody and give them an extra 2 hours and we don't need it? I mean, you see what I'm saying, is do we just hire somebody and give them another 2 hours in benefits and we don't even need it? We don't need that time because the bus is already in.
right now,
That's the
our routes
question.
require 2,
Right.
just because of who's on the buses and where we're taking them.
And the reason why I asked a while ago about is there some people inside our system that we might could move to do some of these positions as well,
There may be some interest.
you know?
It would, and actually, if the board approves it Monday, then it's gonna have to be posted, and anybody that's in the
Right.
school system can apply for it if they would like to do that, and ask for a transfer.
But our teachers' age that may be able to do that for 4 hours a day and then go back to the classroom. Have we thought about that? Maybe utilizing some people that we already have?
That's where we're getting into the overtime.
Oh.
That's actually what we're doing right now, and it's costing us overtime. And if you do overtime all the time, then you might need to look at, well, we need to hire somebody to
somebody
take care
in
of
that
that
position.
situation.
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So what we're going to recommend, if, at Monday board's meeting for the compensation, we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna discuss the position. And, if you all feel good about the position, our compensation will have 2 people making, educational assistant pay with compensation, benefits, and the other 4 would just be making teacher assistants pay plus an additional $1. Does that sound great?
Sounds good.
I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.